If you can do this one easy thing that literally only takes 5 minutes of your life to implement, the speed of which you're gonna get rich will increase massively. Now, if you can't sit and watch a quick 10-minute video on how to manage your brain so you can make more money, click off the video. You were a lost cause, you were never gonna make money for the jump. But if you can actually pay attention, full screen this, take some notes, and we'll get to it. All the rich motherfuckers that I know, they retard max. And I've low-key been doing this on accident for the last 5 years. But if you implement this in your life, like I said, getting rich simply becomes a byproduct. Now, the whole idea of retard maxing is basically there's so many people that are way more unqualified than you getting results that you deserve to have and they don't. And the only reason is even if you're smarter, whatever, it doesn't fucking matter. Like, they just take action quicker and they don't think about every single idea ever and they just fail. They fail really quick, they learn, and then they fail again. And so, like, a retard, for the lack of a better word, has failed more times than you've even tried. And so of course they're gonna iterate and get better quicker. Like, let's take, for example, you wanna start a drop shipping business or you wanna get into sales, right? You wanna get into sales and you're like, should I get into insurance sales? Should I get into solar sales? Should I run a marketing agency? Should I get a high ticket sales role? Like, which one should I do? Which is the best? By the time you're analyzing for the next year which one you wanna do, and you've been thinking about this for 3 years and never actually fucking done anything, the guy that's retard maxing, and one day he was like, sales. And then he was like, I'm gonna do sales. He tries high ticket sales. He's like, okay, maybe this one's not for me. And he'll maybe jump business models, or not even that, but more so he'll jump like what he's doing in his actual sales process, you know? I had a friend, I won't name drop him, but he's like pretty big in the trading space. He was running a marketing agency and he tried so much shit and he kept changing stuff. This dude was running an agency, and like, by all means, if you're running an agency, and I used to coach agency owners, like the cardinal rule is, or the cardinal sin is like changing your niche every time, or thinking that your business model is the problem when it's actually you and your skills. But this motherfucker, every week, change niche, change niche, when by no means is that what you should do. Now, he made like 5 grand a month, 7 grand a month, whatever. This dude had the biggest shiny object syndrome ever. He was like, okay, now I'm gonna start, like, he'd been trading for a while. He's like, now I'm gonna start a trading community. Out of nowhere, shut the marketing agency down, and he started a trading community. He was like, okay, well, it's not working. Now I'm just gonna post a bunch of YouTube videos about it. And his first month with the trading community, he does 50 grand. But like, if I'm looking at his business from an outsider, and I was looking at it, I would have never thought that he would have saw the success that he saw. But he just took action. So the first thing when it comes to retard maxing is you guys need to keep in mind that action is the predecessor of everything. And basically what that means is it doesn't matter how smart you are, it doesn't matter what you know how to do, it matters what's done. And that's my favorite thing about fitness, about life in general, is that it doesn't matter. Like, there's no bias. It's all your fault. If you or whoever watching this video put in the same inputs that I did, you would be exactly where I am today. You know, and if I put in the exact inputs that you have, I would be exactly where you are. Whether you're way fucking better than me, or like financially, or whether you're not as well off financially as I am. It doesn't matter. Like business favors speed, and it doesn't play favorites. And so wherever you're at financially, you got to look at yourself, and you got to look at yourself in the mirror. You got to go, like, look what you've done, in a good way, in a bad way, whatever. So there are people, right, that are overweight, and the overweight people, they know that they should go to the gym. They know that they should eat less calories. They know that they shouldn't be fucking like doing the things that they are. So it's not a knowledge problem. They just don't do it. And so it doesn't matter if you know everything about fitness, if you know everything about, you know, diet and nutrition. If you don't eat less food and go to the fucking gym, you won't make progress. And so the same thing goes when it happens to money. You guys have probably been watching a bunch of YouTube videos exactly like this on how to get into sales, how to get into marketing, how to get into dropshipping. Trading's the best business model. But you guys haven't fucking tried anything. And you might have think you've tried things, but you're focusing on the useless shit. And the retard is over there beating you, and he's growing quicker than you because all he's focused on are the things that are actually gonna make him money. So for you guys, let's say, like, you want to get into sales, or you want to, like, I'll use trading as an example. You want to get into trading, or I used to do marketing stuff. So you want to run a marketing agency, and you're like, okay, I want to run a marketing agency. The first thing you're going to do is you're going to be like, let me watch 10 YouTube videos. Let me make my website. Let me figure out the name of my company. Like, let me do all this. Like, dude, that's not going to make you any money. And so you're not taking action, and you're not pushing the needle forward. Versus the retard, the one would maybe a little bit unqualified even, would just be like, oh, I'm gonna go get a client, let me call people. And he calls people, he books meetings, he talks to people, he starts to sell clients. So to say that action is more important than your knowledge and what you know about business. Again, you could be Elon Musk with Elon Musk knowledge. If you don't actually implement anything, then you're a fucking idiot and you're not gonna make any money, right? Vice versa, the guy that doesn't have a lot of knowledge, but he acts really quick, and he takes action, he takes action day after day after day, and he keeps failing, he keeps doing it, he's gonna learn really quick, and he's gonna make a lot of money, right? So a lot of people think that the business game is almost too tactical, and what I mean by tactical is like you gotta have the best marketing skills, you gotta have the best sales skills. Another story, I had a mentor back when I was running like a different business, and it was, he charged like $3,000 for a one-on-one. I was doing like probably 50 grand a month in revenue at the time. And I was like, okay, let me talk to this guy, let me pay him 3 grand. And I'm talking to the guy and he's talking to me about ads, he's talking to me about sales. And like, maybe I was arrogant at the time, and I probably was, but I was like, dude, I feel like I know more than this guy. Like, how do I feel like I know more than this guy? He's done 115, 120, 150 million online, and I've done 100, or not 100, I've done 3 million max, you know, at that time. And it was only because of 2 things. Number 1, he took more action than me. He failed quicker than me, and he just decided to go. If you want to get results quick, you got to move really fucking fast, and you got to iterate, and you got to get better even quicker. Let's take 2 people, for example. Take this guy, my mentor at the time, and he's like, I want to get into this business, and he just goes. Day 1, he's in the business. For me, let's say I want to get into the same business, 3 weeks long I spend figuring out a name, a website, and if that's really the business I want to get into. So I'm at 21 days in, I haven't made $1. He's at day 2, and he's like, okay, let me try and get some clients. He starts cold calling business owners. He fucking sucks. Can't book any meetings. Can't sell. At least he's getting better. Day 3 goes by. He books his first meeting. Day 6 go by. Now he closes his first client. He's made 2 grand in the first 6 days. Versus me, on the other hand, I'm 21 days in. I know I need a cold call, but instead of actually doing it, I just go watch YouTube videos and I try and make the perfect script. So I make the perfect script for 3 days, and then on the 4th day, now it's day 25, I finally make my first dial. Okay, I make a dial, and then, do you guys understand what I mean? He moved a month quicker than me, and we're just talking about he did 2 things, and I just took a month to do it, right? If we take that over a year, 2-year, 3-year time horizon, I'm literally getting grown quicker than 10 times. So I'm 23 years old. Like, I've been lucky enough and fortunate enough to make $100,000 in a month in profit the last 3 months in a row. And I think the reason is because the amount I failed and how quickly I move. And that gets into my second point. Speed of action wins. So taking action is very important, right? And that's what the retard would do. He would just take action and take action and take action. And the second thing a retard would do is he would just move quicker than everybody. He would be such a fucking idiot that maybe someone that is super smart, kind of has a master's degree, is over analytical about things, and is trying to find the perfect way to do it. Here's what I'll tell you about business. You can't predict what the market wants. And you can't predict what's going to work in all scenarios, you know? So action, and then implementing that action very quickly, is what's going to help you see the results. And I think the most important thing is you just need to be so conscious of how you're growing or the lack thereof. I guarantee you, however many of you guys are watching this video, half of you guys probably think you're making decent results. What I'll tell you, if you don't hit 10 grand in your 3rd month of doing something, you're not making decent results. You need to humble yourself and figure out what's wrong. So, I think you need to consistently be intentional about, how quickly you're moving, what you're working on, and that what you're working on is going to be the highest leverage task and the thing that's going to make the biggest difference. Think about it right now for you guys. What are you trying to do? You're trying to make money online? Okay. Do you have something that you're like, I'm going to do this? No? Why? Everyone has the same information as you. These retards, the people who are way less qualified than you, they have the same information. They have the same access to tools. Why are they making more money than you? That's a genuine question. So think about it. Are they just moving quicker? Do they actually implement something? What is going to change week after week after week if you just keep watching YouTube videos, making no progress and not implementing anything? You have this on at lunch, you're eating your Chipotle bowl, whatever. You just got back from the gym, it's 2 a.m., you have a hunger and motivation. It's like, watch this video and please actually do something about it, So yeah, I run a sales team. We do around $1 million a month. We got around 50 guys on the team. And, I kind of show you guys how I did exactly what I did. Went from 0 to 10 million a year in my first year in the business. And I do it every Sunday at 8 p.m. Eastern. So I'm not selling anything. There's not like a course at the end. I have nothing to sell you. If you want to show face and just learn for free, click the link in the description, and I'll see you there. If not, Keep enjoying the content. It's all love.